Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rising of the Dreamerverse podcast, episode 1. I'm here with my boy Yemi. I'm TD, and we're finally here, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. How we doing, Yemi? We are finally here, bro.
Man.
Finally here.
Can take a deep breath.
Absolutely.
Recording. Feels good.
Sitting down, enjoying a little energy drink on a Friday night.
Got One Piece on in the background.
Banging my watch on the desk on my little stand here, but yeah, we got One Piece on in the background. No, but dude, we are finally here. Finally recording this podcast. It's been kind of honestly a long time in the making. We've been talking about this for I don't even know how. Yeah, at least yeah. I mean, well, so I moved to Arizona last summer, basically. Last July. And then we were kind of throwing around the idea then.
Yeah.
Even before I moved, but never really, I guess, kind of put it into, full gear. And then I moved, so then it was just like not really possible unless we just wanted to do everything online. And then we were just kind of talking about it, and then
the chat
basically,
the chat still stayed live and active, which I think motivated us because we will always have conversations.
Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah. So what Yemi's referring to is our group chat with our boy Wyatt Tucker. Shout out Wyatt. We have a group chat called the Spider-Men, and Wyatt's a guy that we worked with. Us three all worked together at a company called Wheels Up. Shout out Wheels Up. And we've basically had a group chat. Honestly, I think that group chat's been going since. I don't know how long that group chat's been together for. It's probably been a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a while. I don't know how long for sure it's been going, but we've been basically in a group chat called the Spider-Men, us three, just talking about comics, video games, anime, anything, basically anything in the space that we intend to talk about on this podcast. So with that being said, what do we want to talk about on this podcast, Yemi?
Oh man. So many things.
As you can
see back here.
So many things.
But we're gonna touch point on video games, of course. There's some new heaters out. Mortal Kombat's
a good game.
Yeah,
very good game.
Of course, Spider-Man. We're gonna have
Spider-Man 2,
an episode about that down the line.
Oh, Spider-Man 2 controller back there,
and some anime, of course. That my forte, my baby. I love anime. And
anime. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What else we got?
Superheroes. Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna talk about everything Marvel, DC related. I'm gonna actually this is the first episode. We're gonna lean in here.
Yeah.
Marvel, DC, Invincible. We're gonna talk about. Basically any types. Basically, I think what we said was anything that we basically have interest in, which, right off the rip is obviously Marvel and DC without a doubt. But then there's, obviously the, other world or stories like Invincible. Trying to think of other, I guess The Boys technically.
The Boys, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I've never actually watched The Boys,
which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
You've never seen The Boys.
I've seen, I've watched an episode. I think I watched the first or second. I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes. But I just I don't know. It just didn't maybe I just didn't give it a chance. But it also, to me, I was seeing if I'm watching a show and I find myself in the first episode, starting to go on my phone, or because that's one thing my pet peeve is I don't like being on your phone during a movie.
Same.
I hate that, dude.
That's
one of the
my
worst
biggest pet peeves as well.
And so it's I want to, I'm trying to watch the show, right? And if I find myself doing it, I'm that's not for me. You know what I mean? So it's
have your full attention. I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that.
So
we'll be touching point on that, but let's start off with some intros, bro.
Yeah, some intros, man. So obviously I know you. I've known you for since 2018, right? Is that when you when did you start? When did you start at Wheels Up?
2017, maybe. Well, was it 2018?
2018 is when I started at Wheels Up.
Oh yeah, then it was definitely 2018.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what you started the same year, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I've known you basically that long. I know that, you know, you're obviously super into anime. You basically kind of got me into starting to watch it a little bit more. Which we're gonna obviously get into that, and the types of anime, and the types of anime that I'm into, I guess. Which I'm not saying that as a weird thing, but it's just like there's a name. He told me a few weeks ago the name. I didn't even know there was a name for like the type of anime story that's being told. There's like a name for it, where basically like you go into a different world. So like that's like basically a lot of the animes that I watch are mostly, other than I guess technically One Piece because it's all in its own world, but you know, like. The first ever one was Sword Art Online, and I was like obsessed with that shit. And it's a great anime, and that I was just obsessed. I'm obsessed still with the idea of that whole going into like that virtual reality type of like world, like the Oasis from Ready Player One, which, you know, we'll definitely talk about Ready Player One at some point because I'm hoping Ready Player 2 is in the works.
It has to be.
It has to be. With how well it did, I'm hoping, but we'll see. But yeah, dude. I mean, we don't have to go. I don't need to go full. But give me
just a bit about me.
So yeah, just a little bit about, I guess, you know, you. Yeah, or just interest. I guess, you know, interest. Yeah, how you got into all of this. Like all of what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for asking, bro. But for me, I would say it had a lot to do with my brother.
Your brother,
like, shout out to Omotaya, my big bro.
Shout out, big bro. Yeah, I'm a big bro, so I guess I don't really have that like viewpoint, but
yeah, like he was a huge nerd. Like as far as, you know, I'm always curious. I have to ask him, you know, who introduced him to so many things. But he introduced me to I was reading Harry Potter as a kid. Okay. When it comes to comics, it was him. He had the biggest collection of comics. And I would always steal them and read them on my own.
Any specific ones?
X-Men.
Okay.
He had a ton of X-Men comics. He had a ton of Batman comics.
Okay.
So I would always just read his comics. And then he was just always super into like just nerdum. Like he loves Star Wars, so we even like this Star Wars series, all that's going on with Disney Plus. We always have those conversations, talk about like, you know, Star Wars, talk about Marvel. Like it's I have him to thank as far as when it comes to me being into superhero things. You know, as far as the gaming aspect, I think that came from just my brothers in general. They both were gamers, but athletes also. So that kind of fed in, you know, just growing up. You know, I was, you know, very introverted, and you know, games just grabbed my attention, of course. So you know, definitely was, of course, still outside and everything, but yeah, you know, I was love the PlayStation 2. You know, I love Jack and Daxter, those, you know, particular type of games. But it was definitely him that really was like, okay, because he did it in such a way where it wasn't like he wasn't this flat, and no offense to anyone that is like, you know, a nerd or just like, he was like,
hey, we're all nerds.
Yeah. He was just like a very like,
we're all nerds. So swaggy. It's all good.
He was all like a swaggy nerd. Like, he dressed so well. Like he would dress well, but then, you know, you would never think that he's into like
all that type of
Spider-Man and all these things. Like he was just he presented it so well.
Yeah.
You know,
he came off as like a super popular athletic
popular guy, but then he's
like that stereotype. He's you know, you know, when he's back at home, he's actually
he's like reading comics and all that, you know, and that always appealed to me. It made me more comfortable with just being myself in general.
Yeah, no,
you know,
for sure.
You have someone that you can look up to and just like, oh, he does this, he doesn't fit in any box. He allows himself to, you know, to just be who he is. So that always made me comfortable. And then as far as like anime, I just think like the gateway, you know, was Dragon Ball Z, and then that just turned into this whole thing. Shout out to Adult Swim. I think a lot of people kind of grew up on that Adult Swim, and because they used to have Saturday nights where they would show nothing but anime. And it was just like, this shit is like, this is amazing, and we'll dive into it more like on our episode and everything. But
we can have a DBZ episode. I remember watching DBZ as a kid, but I'll be honest with you, out of all the like the shows that I watched as a kid, that's probably one of the ones that I like remember the least, which is maybe crazy because I remember like a lot of shit about Pokemon, obviously.
Oh yeah. Pokemon,
like,
definitely,
you know, like I'm trying to think of other as a kid that I watched. like young kid. I'm trying to think. I mean,
what got you into it, bro?
What got me? Well, so obviously I'm way more into superheroes and stuff and all that. I wouldn't say that I'm like, I guess way more into, I mean, definitely more into, but like I'm definitely starting to like really like, I guess, pick up that like anime itch, I guess. You know, a lot of anime in general has become pretty like
crazy,
kind of mainstream over the past few years.
Shout out to the pandemic.
Like you just hear way more about it now than you ever did. Like even when I was a kid, because honestly, when I was back in high school, that was probably one of the, you know, things that wasn't cool or whatever.
Absolutely.
Which I never really I never really cared about that like per se. Like
which is good.
If I told one of my buddies back in high school, hey, I'm watching Dragon Ball Z at home, I don't think he would have thought I was a loser. But like, you know, you know, it's you know, it's different for different people in other places.
Well, and I will say Dragon Ball Z was the one that was like cool for everyone.
Cool for everybody.
If you're watching like Inuyasha or if you're watching like any other type of anime,
I would like to think Pokemon is cool for everybody. But I understand it's not.
No. Pokemon is like more. It's like on the same level as Dragon Ball Z. Where it crossed over. Yeah, some people don't even know it's anime.
It's true. That's true.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that is true. Like
it's so big. It's like its funny thing.
It is funny. A lot of some of my friends that aren't like big into like anime per se, they're like, oh, I don't like anime, but they like Pokemon. I'm like, well, technically you like anime, bro, and they like don't really know it or whatever. But yeah, no. Obviously, I'm way more into. I would say I'm more into superheroes. That's just more of interest to me. I think I definitely grew up. I would say if you were talking like a ratio, definitely more of that than I ever did anime. I guess other than, you know, this different like Pokemon or whatever that we kind of already touched on. But I guess what got me into it, I would say a little bit of definitely I can't obviously I don't want to like take credit away from my dad because he is the only one that could have, other than I guess my mom, that could have gotten me into that stuff. But my dad definitely like really got me. My dad's a big Star Wars guy. He loves loves Star Trek. Like I don't even like Star Trek honestly, but he's really into it. Nah, it's like the I don't even know. It's just it's all goofy, but like I grew up watching Star Wars. Like I remember like going to the movie theaters as a young kid to see Star Wars like with my dad and stuff. Like and the other thing I was gonna say is with my dad that I remember is I've been trying to remember the name of the game, and I could probably find it if I really took the time to look. But there was some game and the system also I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was PS1 or if it was on like a Sega or like some sort of like that kind of, or like an NES or something. But there was some game. It was like Goofy, you know, from like Disney. It was like him and like, you know, like I don't know if there was anybody else like in like that kind of group that was in it, but basically you were like, it was this game on that you like solve kind of like puzzles. You had to like kind of like find your way through like these like different like bases. I think of like different like there were like pirates. There were like different like I guess like little mini games and stuff that you had to like get through to like kind of just go up and like level. And I just remember me and him used to play that all the time on PS1. I don't remember if it was PS1 or, like I said, a Sega or like an NES or something, because I know we had something like that. I remember like we had which one is the one with the controller that has, it's like
PSP? Where it's a mobile?
No, it's the controller. It almost looks like a PSP. The controller does, but it's an older system. I want to say it's NES, but it could be Sega too.
It could be Sega. I mean, the way you just said it looks like a PSP. What that comes to mind is probably Sega.
Yeah, so like I remember playing that with him all the time, and we played that, and then I vividly do remember PlayStation is when I started getting into like Crash Bandicoot Racing. Like that was like really like that was one of my favorite games as a kid. Growing up, Crash Bandicoot Racing, that goofy game to start, and then once I kind of got older, I would say even like once I started to get into sports myself, like playing football, basketball, and all that stuff. I obviously started to get into like, you know, Madden, college football back when it was still going on with EA. So I played a lot of those games. And as far as like story mode games when I was a kid, I would say the only really story mode games as a kid that I really played were like Call of Duty, because that was really like the only, because I would play like Call of Duty with my friends. And then if I wasn't playing Call of Duty with my friends, I was playing like Madden, NBA 2K, stuff like that. But I was never really playing like, I'm just trying to think of like a
Jak and Daxter.
Like, well, I played Ratchet and Clank. I played Ratchet and Clank, but like I guess like what I'm trying to
Uncharted.
say, yeah, like that kind of stuff. I never really played any of that like when I was younger, so like a lot of that stuff I guess you could say I kind of missed out on, but obviously I know I can go back and always play it again. But
I'm sure they're all remastered now.
Yeah, no, so like I you know, basically kind of started getting into that path, and then kind of basically as it evolved into like high school, really was into like 2K and Call of Duty. Really, that was like a lot, like, because that's what a lot of my friends played, so I was really big into playing like games with them, you know, at the time. Still am, obviously, but those were probably two of the big games that I played at the time. Halo as well back in high school. There were a couple of my buddies, shout out to my boy Al and Joe, and even my buddy Ano. They were all really good at Halo, and my boy Grant as well. Big gamers.
Halo was the shit,
Halo
bro.
was a good game,
Halo
dude.
2.
Halo was a good game.
Halo changed the scope of just online in general, bro. I think that really created the whole multiplayer aspect.
Oh no, it did, dude. I remember playing Halo 3.
2? Oh yeah, and 3, yeah.
Halo 3 too. I'll be honest with you, I didn't have an Xbox, so I know.
Oh, you never had the Xbox?
So when I played Halo, no, I was PlayStation kid.
I mean, I was.
I didn't get an Xbox. I didn't get an Xbox until I got Xbox 360.
Then it was Halo 3.
Yeah, and that was Halo 3, and then basically when it started to go from Xbox 360 to the next gen, that's when I started getting both. So I eventually became a both kind of kid, but originally I was fully PlayStation.
Yeah.
And even now I would say I'm still heavily PlayStation. So it's like, you know,
I mean, if we're being real, like, and Xbox fans know PlayStation is better.
Better exclusives,
Better
It's better.
games.
Thank you. I mean, tell them. Tell
all of
Sony.
Tell all of my. They make better games, better quality games. Like we gotta be real. PlayStation outsells Xbox. Xbox did have its reign. And we're talking about prime Halo, Gears of War days. Where it was fucking like, oh shit, this is a competition. That competition has died. Now we know the supreme. If we're talking consoles, it's PlayStation. But if we're talking about like the supreme elite, like the best way to game is PC. So
PC,
we all know that.
PC Master Ace or whatever. You know, they're always saying that. But no. So I mean, I got into, you know, that kind of stuff, and then into high school I also started playing a lot of FIFA, and then in college I played basically nothing but FIFA. You know, I also played a little bit of World of Warcraft back in high school as well, I should say. I don't want to miss that, because I definitely I wouldn't say I was a full-on WoW kid. Like, I wasn't full. I still don't understand the game to this day. I've tried to play it since, and
the scope of WoW is
it's such a cool game.
It's its own community.
It is 100%, dude. Bro. No, it's such a cool game too. Like, I wish I understood it more, but I just don't got the time for it, you know. So
one of my buddies, that's all he plays. That's all he plays is WoW. He's not really necessarily a big gamer, but he can put hours and days into WoW.
Dude, you know? I mean, it's a good game. It is a good game, but it's complex, and you know, there's stuff that you got to know to it, and I'm not. I've never understood it even back when I was in high school, so it's like I'm not gonna get it now. It's just because I got way more. There's other stuff I want to play, so it's like I'm not too worried about World of Warcraft. But I mean, I've played a lot of different stuff. I'm definitely a variety kind of gamer. Like, especially now, like I would say my current games. I've been the new FIFA, what's called EAFC now. That just came out, so I'll be playing that with my boys, and you know, we'll be playing pro clubs and stuff. But
I got a question for you. Not to like, I know you were
no,
go ahead. Just, and you can ask it back to me too. But like, when did you realize like the point where you're like, wow, I'm never gonna outgrow this. Like, this is me. This is in my DNA. I'm always gonna like this stuff. I'm probably gonna pass this down to my kids. You know, like this energy of the nerdom. Like, when did you realize like, that? Like, damn, like this is, you know, this is who I am.
Probably when dude, there's probably been a number of different times that I've definitely like I can definitely recall a number of times like recently, like in the past, like I would say 5 years, that I've like had that like talk with myself, like I am this, and I'm okay with it, and I'm never gonna let it go, and I don't care, you know, to let it go or whatever. But dude, my mom and I used to go see every Harry Potter movie together, like Harry Potter movie. So like I like even that obviously is a sign. I mean, I collected cards when I collect things. You know, I played video games, you know, a stupid amount of, that's not even all of them, but
right.
I play video games a stupid amount of hours a day. Like honestly, dude, there are days where I could sit here and I could play for literally the entire day if I wanted to. It's like beautiful. It's not, and it's not even like a, I guess that there's other stuff that I would want to go do. Obviously there is, but it's like, it's just what I like, and I don't know. Yeah, there's been a number of different times. So I guess the answer to your question is, I guess too many times to count. Like there's just been too many warning signs. But I remember, if I got, this is just kind of funny that I had a conversation with Audrey about this, and she was, because she's still, I think she's definitely like more understanding of it now, being that we've been together for as long as we have. But like at first she was just like, she was like, I don't understand how you sit there and do that like for that long. And I'm just like it's just fun, and I've been doing it since I was a wee little lad. So it's like, I'm not gonna want to quit doing it, right? Even, and then I've told her, I'm like I'm gonna do the same stuff, with our kids. Like I'm gonna have systems ready for them to play when they're old enough to play.
Absolutely.
Like all that kind of stuff. I've already bought a pair of Batman football, like soccer cleat or
that's
boots
fucking dope
for when they, dude. And this is, I mean, they're too big, way too big for even a little baby. So it's like they're gonna, it's gonna be a while. But yeah, it's like, dude, there's like. Like I am, like I know I'm just a huge nerd. Like I know, like, and oh, by the way, I didn't want to say that with like, oh shit, are they having a kid? No, mom, dad, we're not having a fucking kid.
No kid.
I bought the cleats or boots as just like a, for when they are old enough, and for when I have them, it's just, it's like, like, that's the kind of, I guess that's the kind of nerd level I'm on. Like it's like, I'm buying Batman shit, for my kids already, but that I don't have, and that I don't even, I guess know if, I mean, obviously I hope I am, but it's like, anything can happen, I guess. But no, dude. So yeah, too many times to count, and there's definitely just been like, there's been so many just like warning signs and shots. Like, dude, you're here, man. Like, you're stuck. Well, and it's like not even like you're stuck. It's like,
so you're
at peace, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're at peace. It's like I'm like, I know at the end of every day I can come sit here or at my computer over there and play whatever game and be relaxed. So it's like. I'm not like,
you are who you are.
Worried about it or anything like that. So yeah, what about you? Like when actually I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask it differently for you.
Yeah.
Was it super early on as a kid, or did it take a while?
No, so it was definitely early as a kid, and then I was like kind of like as a teenager, you go through the stage of like, okay, I want to fit in. Like, I don't want to, like, because just going back to the whole anime thing, like what you were saying, like anime was not something you bragged about
as a kid.
But I will always wear anime shirts, even in high school. So it's ironic that now I have my own like apparel, apparel business. But like, I think that was kind of just a sign. But I would always wear that, and it was always cool to see like those kids that were like, very like fully into it, and because I was, I would say I was fairly popular in high school, because I was very fashionable and I was very social in the aspect. Friendly, but then I would run into people like, oh my God, that shirt is so dope, and I didn't really judge anyone based on
what they like
or whatever. I was just like, yo, you're cool.
Yeah.
So like, but I definitely
like what you like.
Yeah, I liked what I like, but like definitely in high school, towards the end of high school, college, I kind of.
Yeah, I'm good.
I kind of was just like, kind of steering away from that. Like I stopped necessarily like watching anime. I remember I was dating this girl, and my buddy, my best friend, he lives out in LA. He would always be watching like Naruto or any anime and all that. And she would come over and be like, yo, what is he watching? Yeah. And I was that guy, embarrassingly, because I was just trying to, you're young.
When was this again?
I was probably like 19.
This is in high school or college?
College.
College is in college?
Yeah,
okay.
This is like 19, 20. Okay. And she came over, and she was like, yo, what is he watching? Like, what is this? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like into this anime stuff. Just because, I was just trying to fit in. I was just, and then eventually, it may not be like, I would like, but, he's just in that anime.
He's just in there.
And then, like, she would go into another room, and I'm like, bro, what episode you on? Oh shit. Hey. Oh yeah, pause that. Oh, that scene. All right, well, I'm gonna rewatch that. And then eventually it just came out and she was like, yeah, you're into this too. And I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
am. So
Yeah.
I just realized, like, look, at the end of the day, whoever the person I'm with or whoever I'm around, like, I gotta be me. I can't hide this. I'm still really into this. I'm still passionate. I'd be like thinking about like games or anime in school. You know, it's just who I am. Like, I love the Star Wars, so it's just that's just part of my DNA.
Dude, when I was in school, the minute I was home every day, from whether it was from school itself, practice, or whatever, and I had no other obligations, I was playing video games every single day, and or watching stuff like Spider-Man or whatever.
Yeah, bro.
So the other thing I wanted to ask you, because I already know this happened to me, and I want to ask. I want to like kind of also change that last question and add this onto it for you as well.
Yeah.
Did you, so obviously in college, right? Like in college, you probably had, there was probably, I don't know how to ask this, I guess, but like in college, did you have like did it almost feel like there was almost just kind of like okay, well, I guess the first thing, did you graduate in how many,
5 years.
5 years? Okay. So like when you were there for your 5-year period.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, who gives a fuck how long it takes you to graduate college? If you fucking do it, congratulations, because like it's a pain in the ass. So so when you were there for your 5 years, did it ever just feel like you were almost like in this trance where you were just kind of doing this routine, and like maybe you were still doing you were still into anime, but like you were also doing college. You were doing college shit, right? You were going out, so you weren't watching anime, you weren't gaming, you weren't doing that kind of stuff. So it's like, did it almost feel like there was this like 4 or 5 year period in your life where it was just like you were doing what you liked, but you were also just trying to be social with people and obviously have fun at the same time during that point?
Yeah, so it was interesting because I went
then hold on real quick. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. Real quick. And where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And then after you left college, did you notice like almost like another like period of where you were almost like rediscovering your interests is like what happened to me? That's like the best way to describe it. Did that happen to you as well?
No, it did. It's interesting because I transferred. I went to one school for 1 year. And then I ended up transferring over to another school. So I had one experience at that one school that I really didn't like. I had a good group of friends and all that, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't like to be real, like it was a commuter type of school. It wasn't a party school.
Okay.
I ended up transferring to another school. I'll just say the school, University of Cincinnati. And
you went to you went to UC?
Yeah, and I had the experience that I was looking for. I ended up
college
moving.
Experience.
The college experience. I ended up moving with my best friend, 2 guys, my other best friend, and another guy who ended up becoming my best friend. But we all went to high school together, so it was just like a bachelor's pad. It was it was an amazing experience, and we went out. I would still game. I didn't game like you said, like what you're saying as much, but then I refound that definitely after I graduated, because I was so I would game a little bit, but I was just really looking to just go out and all that.
Like during that time, right? You were looking like, dude, it was the same way for me. Like I was like, because I thought about like, because like I remember my freshman year, I gamed a lot, like because I was still getting to know people. I gamed a lot my freshman year because like I was still trying to like find my way, and I would go out on the weekends, but like every night, dude, I was just in my room gaming. And then like even still like throughout the years, I still played games. Like I played a lot of fucking FIFA in college, lot of FIFA in college, like an unhealthy amount. But it's like I definitely felt like there was like this 4-year period of my life where I almost like took a back seat to half the shit I liked in my life. And then after I graduated, it was like I refound like just how much I enjoyed playing video games, just how much I enjoyed Pokemon, like opening cards, even like, dude, because like I would probably say I had opened a few packs of cards like throughout college just for like shits and giggles, but like never like truly like was really collecting like I used to back when I was a kid or like whatever. And then kind of right before it was like a little bit before COVID hit, started getting back into card collecting, and then now I'm still buying cards, I'm still doing that kind of shit. So it's like it's like there was almost like that trance period where it was like you do what you need to do, and then you're get through and you're back to yourself basically. And it was like then now I'm like, damn, I love this, I like doing this, and it's like I like getting back into drawing, like dude, because like even in college I really was into like in my free time when I would game, I would also draw. But then as I went through college, I kind of would find myself doing it less and less and less. And then now I'm back into fucking doing art. Different, I guess. It's on an iPad, and I mean, I'm still doing some on pen and paper and stuff like that too. But it's like, yeah, dude, it's just like there was almost just like this, like I was like born, like I don't want to say fucking born again, dude. I'm not saying that, but it was like like
born again nerd,
a born again nerd, literally. it was no, it was just almost like it was like it was like, hey asshole, this is all the shit you've been missing out on the last 4 or 5 years, you know.
I think, but that's just life in general, bro. We go through these stages of just evolution of ourselves, of refining ourselves, refining our purpose.
Different shit is important.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, my bad. But like different shit was important to me in college than it is now. You know what I mean? Or like I guess less important or whatever. But it's like, I guess family is always important. But it's like there was definitely stuff I was way more into back then. Like, dude, even I played football my entire life, played American football my entire life. Yeah. But I'm way more into fucking soccer or, you know, European football now. I'm way more into that shit. Like, it's just more interesting to me. And I'll still say I'm still watching, like, you know, Ohio State, like, on a regular basis. Like, they have my heart. Now. College football has my heart. But, like, I'm
Dion, bro, Colorado.
NFL, I like the Browns, but the Browns don't ruin my my Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's hard to believe.
You know what I'm saying? They don't. Because I don't care enough to like.
Oh man.
Like, oh my God, they lost again. Like it's you know. And I'm not trying to take a dig at the Browns because they've been good they've been a little bit better the past few years. Like at least winning games, not like completely just worthless. But it's like you know, I like even like my interest into like Formula One, like that has been like kind of over the past 5 years. Yeah. You know, so it's been like that was probably it was a little bit before college, like before I graduated college. I started watching F1 towards the end of college, or getting at least like noticing what it was, and then meeting like Bender and Herman. Yeah. We were all super into it. So then I really started to get into it with them, and now we're watching every race if we can together on Sundays. It's, you know, shit like that. It's like, you know, so bro, there's just different stuff, dude, like that. I feel like I've just been like, oh shit, man, like here you go. This is actually what you like now, or this is what you've been missing out on, kind of thing. Is kind of like where
bro, it's important to, as just an individual in general, to always evolve with your interests. I mean, that's just a good thing in life. You should always have hobbies. You should always be trying to learn something new, and you know, like different periods it's gonna bring on different things, you know. And it is interesting to think back, like you know, I did, like, you're going back to your question, like I did go through a period where I was just going through the motions as far as not really into it.
That's a good way to explain it.
Yeah, just like not really into it, but then I refound it definitely after I graduated.
That's a really good way to explain it.
And I mean, I just really had good solid people too, that like just a good, like my buddy who lives out in LA, like he definitely had inspired me to really get back into anime.
Back into it?
Yeah, because he was watching.
Fell out of it too?
I fell out of it because I was trying to I don't know. I just had a lot going on, and then I was just in a relationship. I was in a relationship. Okay, and then, you know, I was just
that'll do it.
Yeah, not the, you know, but like I was just in a relationship, and I was kind of like, that was like kind of a situation again where I was just like, I don't know if I should tell you about this.
Well, even when I first started dating her, I was like, I still play video games, like, but I was definitely like, I guess didn't show it off as much. And then it was like bomb drop.
Yeah.
Like I dropped the microphone on her.
Like, I am who I am.
What's up, motherfucker? I'm here.
No, I am, and I always admired that he was just like, bro, just, you know, who cares, bro? And then I was like, bro, you're right. Like,
who gives a shit, dude?
Like, I'm gonna be into
That's
this.
What I realized, man. Who fucking cares?
Man, you could be who you are.
Who cares what people think about you, dude?
Be who you are.
I am 28 years old. I still open Pokemon cards. I stream video games to 2 people, and I don't care. I have fun doing it.
I think a lot of people, I mean, the pandemic was, a lot of people lost things during the pandemic.
The pandemic,
people, but it also was an awakening for a lot of people.
Opened a lot of doors, for like, or just opened a lot of people's eyes to like, hey man,
what's
like,
important?
What really is important is really, like, what really is important to you, or not even that.
Like, what do you want to do with your life? Like,
yeah, it's more so like, yeah, I guess like what, like, yeah, what do you want to do? And I guess I don't know, dude. It's weird for me because like I've always said this. I've said this to a few people. One of my goals is eventually to, once I retire from like whatever corporate work I'm doing, or if that's sooner rather than later, hopefully I win the lottery, whatever. Hopefully this bangs and we become big podcast stars, whatever the case. I would love to just do this every day and talk to you as a job, like something like that. If once I ever gained enough money, my ultimate goal, like dead ass, dude, this is gonna sound fucking hilarious because a lot of people have laughed at me. This is my dream job. I'm not even joking.
I don't think I've heard this.
My dream job is to own a coffee shop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that, bro.
Own a coffee shop that sells pretty straightforward, your basic, needs for coffee, and a little, some breakfast breads and sandwiches and stuff, and that's it.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
That's all I want to do, dude. Is just serve coffee. Dude, just own one, yeah.
That's pretty cool, bro.
Own a success, obviously.
I thought you were gonna go the exact opposite.
No, dude, it's
route.
weird,
like,
right?
I thought you were gonna be like, I want to own like a video game studio.
Dude, obviously, streaming, don't get me wrong.
Own a professional gaming team.
That's like I guess that's like if I would say, tell me a goal or a dream that you have that like if you had to wager a bet on it, do you think it's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like it's probably not. That is something obviously that I'd want to do. Dude, I
never say never.
I know, never say never. But like, just I don't know, just how I guess just kind of view things or whatever. Now it's just like I just kind of want to chill, man. It's just like because if I could. Don't get me wrong. It wouldn't be like just go in the coffee shop and scrape by. Like, what I mean? I would need to be successful. I would need to make I wanted to like, obviously like, I would want to be owning that. I would want to be obviously eventually making more money obviously than I am now. Like that would be obviously a goal of it too. Like it's a business, right? So it's like you obviously want to make money. So like that's definitely a goal. It's like I want to like eventually own something like that can take over this corporate, because it's the corporate thing for me. Like I like the jobs that I've had, and I love the job that I currently have. But dream job, if I could just chill, wake up every day, go into a coffee shop, have that smell of coffee, the smell of those breakfast sandwiches, and just serve people every day. Or for a few hours, or not. If I own it, I obviously have people working for me. Right. I just stop in, see how things are going. That would just be. And then I'm just kind of overseeing the management side of it. That would just be ideal. That would be amazing, because then I could go do whatever. Then I could have more time to do this shit, more time to do this kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's like, or more time eventually with a family or whatever. So it's like,
nah, I respect that, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm like the I guess the ambition that I have with that, with a job, like if you're talking like a job that you're going to continue to do, I want a job that's like, successful, but like also like is chill at the same, like not like super stressful or like I'm whatever, but dude, but you're right, if I'm thinking of like that's good, but like dude,
that's good.
No, here I want to say this though, because you said video game studio. If there's any other goal that I would have, I would want to build something like what Halliday built in the Oasis and like Ready Player One, like what they make, like that virtual reality world that like eventually.
I think we're almost there, bro.
Well, no, I'm sure we're on our way. Like I'm sure it's coming soon. I don't know.
Oculus, bro. I mean,
it's good, but it's not that good yet. I don't think.
It's not that.
It's like not that
good. What's the newest one? Is the Oculus?
Well, didn't Facebook come out? Yeah, Facebook came out. Meta came out with that thing.
It did well, bro. I think.
Really?
They lost a lot of money from going through the. Bro. Here's the thing. What you'll notice is with a lot of these like VR things, like we try to do it, like PlayStation did it. They'll come out with their VR thing because they keep trying to test it. The Meta came out with the little Meta goggles. People just aren't there as far as their attention span yet. Yeah, I think. Maybe Apple has a VR thing too, where you can like watch shows or watch movies and all that.
I think they're working on it.
Yeah, I think they're working on it. Yeah, because I've seen like pictures or memes. And it's just like if I could see my artist performing, blah blah blah. Yeah, people just don't have the attention span. They're not there. Maybe in the pandemic we were just more like because things were closed off, people had the attention to kind of do that. But
yeah,
VR, it has to be something where it's gonna be like, damn, like okay, now you have my attention, because it just comes and goes. It's like a fad. It just comes and goes. It's hot for a second, but it doesn't have that staying power. So I'm curious as far as what's gonna be that one VR thing that comes, and then so like you said, on some Ready Player One shit,
yeah.
where it's like people
That would be like
are
the only. I
ingrained,
think the only other thing I think that I would want to do.
Yeah.
I guess like I mean I guess making a video game would be something else that'd be kind of cool to do.
It's so
like,
tough.
It would be tough, dude. That's the thing,
Bro,
it's hard, man.
Fuck.
It's hard, dude.
Shout out to all the developers, bro. Like I've I'm not a developer, but I did try to, when I first got into college, because you have to learn the computer program, you have to learn C plus, all that. That shit is tough. I have a good buddy of mine that knows how to code and all that. Like that shit is tough. Like it is its own language and it's its own beast. And to the people who get to the point where they're fucking coding to a point where they're coming up with the games that we see now, I mean, I know it's a lot of software and all that, but someone has to design that code in order for something to work the way it does. And it's just, man, it's just brilliant. I can't believe games are where they're at now with all the motion capture and all like what we see.
I mean, dude, the games are beautiful, man.
There's
crazy. A lot of beautiful games.
It's like looking at some of these games, like, damn, this is where we're at now.
Like the new game, like Starfield that just came out. Bethesda. It's a pretty dope game. Yeah. It's pretty sweet looking too. Like, I mean, there's a lot of cool shit about it. I mean, even though I know New World is not a very like popular. I guess like New World. Yeah, New World's not like a huge. It's an excuse me. It's an MMO. Kind of, it's not. I mean, I guess you could say it's similar to World of Warcraft, but it's really not. Like, it's not really at the same time. Like, there's definitely a lot of differences about it. But that game is like, dude, that game. I remember when that game first came out. I thought it was the most beautiful looking game I'd ever seen. Like, just like how well they did with like just the scenery and stuff. And I don't know. It was just like there's a lot of games, man, that just like. The visuals that they're able to pull off and shit, it's
crazy,
amazing.
Bro.
It's amazing.
It's crazy, and just oh man, like I will never we're gonna have a whole episode on Spider-Man, but just the Spider-Man.
You see that blinking, dude?
Wait, are we good? It's just flickering. Was that me, or is it just?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that was weird, dude.
Yeah, even Spider-Man, like just that game in itself, the Miles Morales story. And we'll tap into that, but yeah, it's just blowing me away. God of War. Shit, we can. I'll go. We were gonna talk about this. But let's talk about top three.
No, we've been talking. We have been talking. I mean, we've been talking for a little bit here. So yeah, let's go ahead and we had a little top 5 just to kind of get you guys to kind of understand, I guess. Kind of our interests and, kind of what we like at the moment and stuff like that. And honestly, like I was telling him earlier, this stuff might change, maybe it's different from what you used to think or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to start. I'm going to ask you, we're going to do all your stuff right away. Or do you want me to go first? Who do you want to?
I'll go first.
You go first? All right. Yeah. So I give me your top 5 superhero movies.
Man, that's tough.
To date.
Fuck. All right.
30 seconds.
All right. Yeah.
30 seconds.
In order?
No order. No,
that's hard, bro. It's in order.
Yeah, all right, fine. Top 5, no order. All right. 30 seconds. Starts.
All right.
Now.
People are whatever. I don't care what y'all say. Spider-Man 2 with Tobey is one of the greatest superhero films of all time.
I agree.
That will always be on my list. I don't fuck what you think.
Damn, top 5 though?
Top 5.
Okay.
That's one of the greatest.
No, actually,
And it's amazing. It's
you got
all right.
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2, Man of Steel, fucking The Dark Knight, Watchmen, fuck. Hold on. Wait,
I know. We got one more.
All right, hold on. I gotta think. All right, said Man of Steel. So, she's a superhero. Fuck. Hold on, I got it. Just give me a sec. All right.
I might have to give you a red card if you go over a minute.
Fuck. All right. This is tough, bro.
It is.
Logan.
Yeah. Dude. All right. So that, first off, that took you 1 minute and 5 seconds. Hey,
it's tough.
No, I know.
Top
I know.
5?
No, I know. But I am amazed right now. You have 5 Pop Funkos staring you right in the face, and you you didn't even mention it. It's not even in your top 5.
No. Into the Spider-Verse is in my top 5, and Across the Spider-Verse are in my top 5. I was not looking. I went blank.
I just wanted to see you. Yeah. I'm
Spider-Verse.
texting Wyatt as soon as we're done.
No, please do. Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse are in my top 5. Those are. I don't care what you say. Don't judge a movie because it's animated. That is one of the greatest. It is. Into the Spider-Verse. Damn it. Is it better than Across the Spider-Verse? Whatever. Yeah. That series alone is the best Spider-Man movies that have dropped. Even better than Spider-Man 2. And I love Spider-Man 2. So, yeah.
You heard it here first, ladies and
fucking
gents.
amazing. Great writing. Great story.
All right. So, a couple red cards there. All right. So, top 5 anime. Go.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Attack on Titan. Naruto. It's early to say this, but JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
It's that.
10 seconds. You got one more.
One more. What am I always watching? Cowboy Bebop? I said that?
No, he haven't said that yet.
All right,
so that's 5.
Yeah.
All right, so you said Cowboy Bebop,
Full Metal Alchemist,
Attack on Titan,
Naruto,
and Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right. Damn, I can't believe I put that over Bleach. Jeez.
Yeah, you didn't even say Bleach.
I didn't say Bleach. Oh man, it's disrespectful. But hey, Jujutsu Kaisen is like Bleach's. It's like Bleach's baby. So if you know, you know. You got if people who've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, they understand what I mean.
All right, now the last one, the last top 5 that we were gonna do, top 5 video games.
Anime was a lot easier.
Yeah, it was a lot. You actually got that. You got that in 31. So all right, top 5 video games now. All right. Go.
Top 5 video games. God of War from the PlayStation 4 era when they remade it. So yeah, God of War, Uncharted 2, Drake's Deception, Devil May Cry 3, Gears of War, the first one. I love that one. And Kingdom Hearts 2.
All right. Damn, that was quick.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably number 1.
Yeah,
that game, quick. Yeah, that has the place.
That was quick.
In my heart.
All right, so okay. Yeah, all right. Give me 1 second though. I need to. No. Hold on. I wanted to ask you a question.
Oh yeah. All right. What's up?
I wanted to ask you a question about your video games.
Very story driven.
Very story driven. But
Gears was.
I feel like there's.
Damn, I can't believe.
What about Halo, like Naruto or like what's that one game you play?
Oh yeah, Ultimate Ninja. That's a fighting game, bro.
But it's like not like
it's not like that is the game that is close to my heart. And I will mention like how you were talking about FIFA.
Yeah,
me and my buddies. Shout out to my boys. We put an entire summer of mastering that game. So I would love to see anyone in that game if you play competitively. Because I'm really good at that game. I'll boast about that. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Okay. But yeah. No, that's I don't know. It's just a fighting game. Like it's a great game. But as far as like a special place, like the greatest. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
The games I just
mentioned.
Sense.
That makes sense.
Those games were like, damn. Like Kingdom Hearts 2 is my childhood. Like
all right. Hero. So now, you want to do the same to me here for, go ahead. You can
start with top 5 superhero movies.
Yeah, you can go ahead whenever you're. Tell me when to go.
All right, top 5 superhero movies starting now.
Into, Across, Spider-Man 2, from both. From Toby and Andrew. I think both their second movies are sick.
Wait, you're putting the Spider-Man 2 Garfield in that list too?
Yeah.
All right, that's 4.
And then I'm gonna do Nah, I need to take. Where am I at?
30 seconds.
All right, so I got time here. So all right, so I'm gonna take Spider-Man 2 with Garfield out.
Oh, thank God.
And I'm gonna go. So I'm at 3, right?
Yeah.
So into across, and then
50 seconds.
Spider-Man 2. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
Batman with what's the Dark Knight, and then I'm gonna go Spider-Man 3 for content. For fucking content, baby.
Oh my God.
Spider-Man 3.
A minute 06.
Yeah.
He chose
we
emo
tied.
Toby.
Yeah, we tied.
Yeah,
Though.
Wasn't that hard though?
Yeah, no. Because as soon as you said, so then were you talking Spider-Man 2 with Toby and yours then? I thought you said Spider-Man 2 with Garfield. We're gonna have to run that back. Oh, we're gonna have to run that back. I swear you said Garfield.
Nah. I meant Toby.
Okay. Then that makes more sense because I was confused too. I was like, wait, Garfield.
I hate that.
I was like, I love Garfield as an actor.
I love Garfield's an incredible actor, but that movie
that makes way more sense. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, hit me.
All right, top 5. What was it? Anime? Yeah, top 5 anime.
It's gonna be tough for me because I haven't really seen any, whatever.
Well, name the
ones I know. Yeah, go ahead. All right, tell me one.
Go.
All right, Sword Art Online, Pokemon, Rising of the Shield Hero, Jobless Reincarnation.
That's a good one.
And Blue Lock. But Blue Lock's definitely up towards the top for me.
Yeah.
I think that one's fucking amazing.
If you haven't seen Blue Lock,
yeah, Blue Lock's
stop
fire.
Everything. Especially if you're into sports.
It's
football,
soccer related. Yeah. It's about Japan. So it's okay.
And
the way that I was, it's like the Squid Games of soccer, basically.
Nah, that's real.
Yeah. It's like a Squid Game.
You really answered that in like 15 seconds. So
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
yeah.
The only ones I really watch.
Hey, bro, it's a good list.
Yeah.
You had Blue Lock and Swords Art Online in there, and Rising. Isekais.
And then Jobless.
Yeah,
Jobless too.
Yeah,
Jobless.
Jobless
is a little fucked up, but we'll go with Jobless.
Yeah,
it's a little fucked up.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Top 5 video games starting now.
All right. So we're gonna have to go the FIFA series, basically all the way through. Obviously, I'm not all 5 FIFA. Any 5 FIFAs are good, but so the FIFA 23 or not FIFA. I'm not gonna say FIFA 23. That is definitely not a top 5 video game. But FIFA, Call of Duty. Spider-Man 1 and the newest series with Miles Morales and all that. I'm gonna say Miles Morales.
The game's so sick.
So that's 4.
That's
right?
4. That's 4.
And then I'm gonna go NBA 2K11. That was one of my favorite 2K games ever, dude. Shout out to my boys Skells and Al. We used to play crew mode when it was crew mode back then. I think it's like Pro-Am or something now.
Was that the Jordan one? The Jordan edition?
The Jordan edition, dude. When it was like
game was
the OG Jordan one.
Yeah. I remember
they
that
had crew mode in that game. You could link up with your buddies and just go in. And
MJ
it was
2K11.
Yeah, it was like, dude, that shit was so much fun. 2K11. Me and my boys used to wake up on snow days and play that shit all day.
Nah, I remember that. That was freshman year for me in college.
Well, that would have been for me. That was in
freshman in high school.
Freshman in high school, God. Something like that, right? No, I wasn't that young. It was probably sophomore. It was probably my sophomore year, sophomore junior.
That's still.
Either way. Yeah, no. All right, there we go.
That was good, bro.
Yeah,
that was good. Good shit.
Yeah,
I like the timer too.
Yeah. I was a lot quicker on the last 2, but you were right. The movies one is a little hard. It's a little hard,
man.
It's a little hard.
Broad, but I liked my list. I'm glad I threw Logan in there. I just watched that the other day. I can't believe I forgot Across and then too.
That is true. And then also, like we've said, it's going to probably change. So.
Oh, it's definitely going to change.
But with that being said, you got his top 5 of the 3. You got my top 5.
Yep.
There you have it. There goes episode 1. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope to see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
And we can't wait to see how these top 5s change over the course of this podcast. Alrighty.
All right. Peace.
Peace.